Hey pals, it's Kassie and welcome back to another reaction video of Inuyasha. Before we get started, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on my journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Now, previously on Inuyasha, we actually have a continuation of this newfound rivalry between Koga and Inuyasha, not just because Koga has just claimed that Kagome is going to be his woman, but also because they started off with the insulting and they just have these innate differences, I guess, between a wolf and a dog. And they just, it's like a rivalry that was meant to be, I guess, but they want to fight each other, but now they've been set up by Naraku, or rather, Inuyasha has been set up by Naraku so that he can fight Koga. And as we know, Naraku often doesn't do his own dirty work. He always likes to have ploys and tricks to get people to kind of do what he wants them to do, what he expects them to do in order to achieve his overall goal. And while he does intend for all the jewel shards to be his eventually, he often will use them to lure people into his traps to accomplish his goal overall, which I do think is very interesting and very nefarious in the way that I think that a villain that can plot like a chess master is always very interesting to me. But I don't know what his point is in this. I mean, well, I guess I do, because he's obviously always watching them and he sees this rivalry between them and he's going to exploit it to get what he wants out of it, to kind of hoping that Koga probably will kill Inuyasha, since Inuyasha's like the bane of his existence. But I don't know. I have so many questions about that. Also about the woman who was there, who again speaks as if she has known Naraku a long time, but we have never heard of her, never gotten word of her. Not to say that they have to introduce every character from the beginning. Sometimes you're developing things and you're like, actually, it would be better if I had another character to add to this point. But I don't know. I'm very curious where we're going to go with this minion, what the outcome of this battle is going to be. I also had this theory in between my last recording and this recording, even though they were very close together. I pretty much only drank some water, took a deep breath, and started recording again. But I'm curious if, in this instance, is Kagome going to use her modern medicine or her knowledge of many herbs to save Koga? And will that possibly develop, their rivalry more, but then also develop his feelings for her? Because I could potentially see it happening, even though they're still kind of having, between Kagome and Inuyasha, having this argument about Koga and about how all of that went down, how they reacted. I could also see, since they know that this is a plot by Naraku to trap them into fighting, how Inuyasha might let it go. I don't think he will, because it's Inuyasha, but he might. Because we all know Naraku likes to trick people, and he has been there, so I don't know. Oh, also, before we continue, I was looking at the numbers of episodes, and I was remembering that there are Inuyasha movies, and I have notated, I forgot where I looked, but I notated where they potentially fall in between the episodes. This is still a little bit a ways away, because we're on episode 40. And from my understanding, the first movie falls in between episode 54 and 55. I might not be able to watch it in between those two episodes. I might have to watch them out of order. I'll try my best to release them in order, but I'll try my best. I might have to watch them out of order though. But also I'm mostly saying this, and I'll probably put a poll up before this comes out, because I think I was going to talk about it when I first started recording and I forgot, even though I wrote myself a note. I should look at my notes. But should I watch the movies? I know that some people, at least when it came to Naruto, everyone's like, all the other ones are fun to watch, but only the last one is canon. And even if they're not canon, I know that sometimes they can be fun to watch, but I mostly want to know from like a canon standpoint, like, do you all feel, I should say, that I should watch the movies? Because I, at the moment, am planning to skip all of the fillers, mostly because I don't think I will have time to watch them if I want to end up where my ideal episode number by the end of the year, especially because I'm now behind by 4 weeks. So yeah, but I will try my best, even if I watch it out of order. And even if you have specific fillers that you think that would be really good for me to watch, again, I might have to watch them out of order. They might come out at a later time. That happened with Naruto as well. I skipped a filler episode. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, you have to watch it. So I watched it later. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you guys have anything that you think I should watch. It's a really worthwhile filler, or if I should watch the movies, or if there is a specific movie I should watch, which one. So without further ado though, let's get into the episode.
Naraku had laid a trap. Koga went after Inuyasha, believing by mistake that he was responsible for the murder of his comrades. Koga's right arm glowed, but not from the sacred jewel shard embedded within. It blazed from the ferocity with which he attacked Inuyasha.
This should keep you occupied for some time.
That's a good point, because I was wondering if Naraku had somehow corrupted the jewel, or if that was like his rage fueled into the jewel, because as we know, emotions and the way you feel. So maybe it was her own trap and not Naraku's. But how would she get the doll? Anyway, I was wondering if it was his rage or his anger that was fueling, because we know that emotions can affect the jewel.
As both of us dealing with this demon puppet, what does he take us for?
We mustn't let our guard down. We're in Naraku's
What about Kagome?
It's been one trap after another. I'm growing tired of all these deceptions.
I can understand that. And I feel that. I don't know. I would like to think that at the end of all this, they're going to have an actual showdown with Naraku. But somehow, I feel like that won't ever happen because he's always hiding. But I feel like when they do finally have that last battle, it's going to be so epic.
Only he knew it was Naraku who killed his men, not Inuyasha.
That filthy mutt. You won't live to regret this!
I think it's... Oh, no. I think it's telling, though, that Inuyasha's not actually fighting back.
Yes.
Oh.
Kagome, stay away from her! You're at fault for trying to escape. If Kagome is harmed, then it should be on your head.
He intends to fight me to the death. Naraku laid the trap, but Koga's forged his own fate.
Mm-hmm.
You've pushed me far enough. I'll take you on.
See, and again, I think it was telling that he wasn't fighting back before then, but now that Kagome was in danger, he's like, all right, well, you're serious, so...
I'm afraid I scratched you in passing.
This is serious. He shattered the bone in my arm.
Oh, I was wondering because I was like, we didn't see anything, but something definitely happened. Also, I know demons are built different, and this is like totally an unimportant question. But especially because Naruto, oh my gosh, Inuyasha has such long nails. Don't they ever break? Or are they just made out of something stronger?
Name yourself.
Well done, Wolf Boy. With the score settled, you're able to die without any regrets.
What do you want from me?
My name is Kagura. I will see that you have one final dance.
Is he gonna die here? And now he's gonna see that he was wrong.
Meaning, my men were all dead. Why do they rise again?
To attend your final dance. It would kill them to miss it.
You sorceress! Was it you then who slaughtered my friends?
I wonder. It slipped my mind.
The way she speaks, though, is very sinister in a different type of way.
Sorceress!
I fear she is controlling that jewel shard.
I can't move. What's happening to me?
The jewel shard in your arm has finally released its poison. Now it's time for you to die.
That's crazy. I didn't think he was gonna die this soon. But also, is Kagome going to save him?
That sacred jewel in your arm is an imitation, made from a crystallized poison and a paralyzing miasma. That leaping around made your blood pump faster and sped up the spread of the poison.
Wench!
Now that you're paralyzed, I shall help myself to your true jewel shards.
Yep. Kagome coming in clutch.
Not very impressive. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to continue interfering.
Right.
I won't let you hurt Kagome. I'm the one you should be coming after, not her.
Still alive, are we now? Wolf Boy, it appears you didn't complete the job.
Inuyasha.
You're kidding yourself if you think that puny wolf cub could do me in with his meager.
Still insulting even when they're down for the count.
Her wind attacks are created from her demonic power. The point where the winds collide is the wind scar, and that's where Tetsaiga can attain its greatest power. I can destroy her, if only I can slice through the wind scar.
Right. Is he gonna be able to do it one-handed?
I can't see the wind scar around Kagura.
Maybe because they're... I mean, wind scar, and she's a wind sorceress. I guess it's not that out of the question.
That's Kagome's sacred arrow. Kagura's demon wind is being driven off. Excellent. There is a way to create the wind scar then. Kagome! Shoot me with your arrow! Ask questions later. Just hurry and shoot!
What are you thinking? Inuyasha, you might think you're invincible, but if my arrow hits you, you could die.
Just maybe...
To trust in his judgment.
Yeah, I don't think he would tell you to do that without a very good reason. He's creating an opening.
The wind has disappeared.
Such a fool. I only need to create more.
When the two winds appear once again and meet, then I will see the wind scar. Die!
I don't know. The way the music is going and the way it's like not as dramatic as I thought, it doesn't feel like this is real. It doesn't feel like real defeat. See, she escaped. It didn't... I'm so sorry.
That scar. That can't be.
Was that actually Naraku? Or are they similar? Are they similar in that is they're both half?
Inuyasha, are you hurt?
Where's the sorceress gone?
I let her get away. My right arm was practically useless, and that's why I wasn't able to finish her off.
Koga, are you alright?
She's gonna save him with her purifying powers. My guess, anyway. I'm gonna guess right now. I'm gonna say it.
Wait a minute! We can't touch the poison's barrier, but Kagome, isn't the sacred arrow able to break the barrier?
Good job, Shippo. But also, crazy. And I want to know. Oh, he's just still there. They left him? I'm surprised they left him.
I swear, I shall take her life with my own hands. And that of Naraku.
Of course he's got another person after him. I still am surprised they left him. Aww. I like their best friendship.
You needn't worry, he has a very strong will. He'd probably prefer it if we let him be.
Unlike any of us, I don't think Koga has ever been deceived by Naraku before.
True enough. Now let's see exactly how strong the other's will is.
You know, you fought hard today. Rest up, friendo.
Seems he has fallen asleep.
Even one as strong as Inuyasha would be fatigued after such a battle.
Let's let him rest and regain his strength.
The sorceress had a spider mark on her back, as does Naraku. What strange connection could the two of them have?
It seems she shares a secret with Naraku.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
I have so many questions about that. And I know it's going to get answered because this show is so good about answering it immediately. See, we're already getting back to her. But are we going to get an answer?
50 years ago, in order to steal the sacred jewel, Naraku tricked Inuyasha and Kikyo into betraying one another. Die, Inuyasha!
Now he gathers the sacred jewel shards, and as he does so, his evil power grows. Miroku suffers under Naraku's cursed wind tunnel in his right hand. One day, the tunnel threatens to devour Miroku's very being.
Getting a whole recap on why everybody doesn't like Naraku. But I'm still stuck on the other girl. She's looking for him?
Naraku, the despicable coward who never sullies his own hands. Someday we will get him.
Why does this feel like the end of the season? But yeah, the spider connection is crazy. And what does it mean?
You deceived me. You never told me about the power of Inuyasha's sword.
The sword that slices through the wind scar. I wondered how powerful it was. Seeing as you came back alive, it couldn't be all that formidable.
You admit to deceiving me then. You audacious fool!
He's not really there, is he? Does he have her heart?
Do not forget, Kagura. I hold your heart right here in my very hands.
Naraku, damn you.
It would be simple to turn you back into your original form. Never forget this, Kagura. You were created from a part of me. You are nothing more than my essence.
That's interesting. No. I don't like, whatever it is. I don't care for it. I don't think so. Nope. This episode is hinting at some lore that I didn't think we were going to get. Now, granted, I couldn't possibly have guessed this. I mean, I guess I could have, but with what we have, maybe not really. Okay. Let's just start at the beginning of the episode with Koga realizing that Inuyasha had nothing to do with his comrade's death. And then again, going towards the end where he has sworn that he will take her out with his own hands. Getting that obviously he will still have this rivalry with Inuyasha regardless. But that he has now two goals in mind and he's not just chasing down Inuyasha for this. Like, he has a really real reason. Like, Inuyasha, he just doesn't like him. But Kagura, like, killed people from his tribe and other tribes that he actually cares about. And for wolves, they have a very strong pack mentality, so that's probably saying a whole lot. The other bits of this with Kagura, one, her controlling the wind, but also, like, the many different applications in which Kagome's arrow was used, like, her sacred ability is used. One, to create a rift in her with the wind that she is controlling in order, like, not just, again, to purify the wind, but then as she's starting it up, now that she doesn't control everything in the area, Inuyasha using his own wind to create the wind scar, like, again, a different application of her purification and her sacred arrow, but then also using it to relieve Koga of his poisoned, corrupted, fake jewel shard is just, I don't know. There's just so many applications and uses for her abilities. And I just think it's really interesting that we get these things that, you might not really think about, but they make sense. But then when they're introduced, you're like, wow, that's really cool. So again, I just appreciate that Kagome is getting more aspects of her abilities and also how she, again, even if we don't see her practicing all the time, like her getting better at using an arrow and getting better aim and just really coming in clutch at some of those really, really crazy moments. But to that end, the spider scar, like, I thought for, like a whole 5 seconds that she was also like Naraku and that she was a half demon that somehow took a bunch of demon souls into her human soul and somehow became, I don't know if that's just like a mark of how people end up that way. I know that they talked about the spider scar a little bit before. I just don't remember what they said about it, but that was like my thought, that it was like, the mark of how somebody becoming a demon through a specific path. But no, she is essentially another piece of him. And I want to know, how does that work? I knew they were going to answer it right away, if not in this episode, like very soon in the next episode, because they're really good at doing that. But I want to know why, and this I feel like also answers my question to, she's not been around before. We've never seen any type of minion before. So I wonder if, this leads me to believe that he recently created her out of his own essence to test the wind scar and to test, the sacred arrow and stuff like that, because he has been thwarted by both of those at least once, if not multiple times. I'm struggling to remember now if it's been twice per each method. Don't remember, but creating her specifically so he can test the power and its limits and to see if he can find a way around it, to be honest, because again, he was surprised by their effectiveness, but Naraku is nothing if not meticulous and a planner. He likes to think up these schemes, so it makes me think that he is cooking up this scheme or using this essence minion to, again, find a way around this, because again, he was thwarted by it before, but he's like, I'm not going to be thwarted by this again. So finding runarounds. It's also nice because even though I had this thought that I thought that maybe saving Koga's life would maybe make him even more, I don't know, gung-ho about Kagome, that it really isn't about that. It's about like his brotherhood with his wolf pack, and his rivalry with Inuyasha continues. And I know that this is a shonen and it doesn't really focus on that, but I just think it's so interesting because we've not necessarily focused, but had such a deep dive, if you will, into love interest specifically for like 3 episodes, and now we're going back to the battle, you know, the constant fight with Naraku. And here's the thing though, is Naraku's burning too many bridges. At this point, I feel like the more you keep using stuff, the more people that are after you, one of these days, one of them's going to catch up with you. Now, obviously it's probably going to be our main cast of characters, but if you make enough enemies, somebody's going to get you one of these days. And I don't know if he thinks that, or if he just thinks that, you know, his plan is so foolproof that by the time anybody's coming to get him, he's going to be a full demon by that point, and he could just take out whoever he wants to and it won't matter. That's probably what he is thinking, to be honest, but I don't know. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this journey. Please, again, let me know in the comments below how you feel about any of fillers, if there's any that you really want me to watch specifically, if any of the movies are worth watching, or if they're canon, should I watch them? Again, might not watch them in order because of the timing of it all, but just let me know. So yeah, until next time, bye!